men to just continue to keep doing what you're doing and do it well. I heard a while back a person say, if you're striving to be a CEO, if you're striving to be a boss and entrepreneur, the first CEO that you are is the CEO of your life, the CEO of your career, the CEO of your path. So if you look at yourself and look at where you are today and you're saying, I don't want to be where I'm not where I want to be, or there are things I want to do, the only person that has control over that is you. If you continue to strive for greatness and do what you're trying to accomplish, you can get that. That's in school, that's in work. I am still a young woman, so the few examples that I do have are the examples. I don't have a life story of examples. Monica's laughing. She's getting where I'm coming from. Because I was going to say I have all this, but from the experience that I do have, I know what it takes to be in grade school, to be in high school, to be in college, and to strive. I was the type of person that didn't want to get anything other than an A. It was no one that put pressure on me. It wasn't my parents. It wasn't anybody else. This was just me, the internal motivation that I had. And I took that skill set and I was able to get a scholarship to college. I went to college and I was the same way. I just didn't want to get beyond the A. I'm not saying that's who you have to be, but what I'm saying is I took control of that. I took control of my environment. I attended a college that was primarily Caucasian, where we had maybe 30 African-American individuals, and then females was even smaller than that. I went to that college and went there for 4 years and was able to graduate number 2 in the class. Summa cum laude. So that just let me know, and just a little testimony, I was extremely intimidated when I attended that university. I went to high school that was primarily black. Most of you know I went to Thornton, and I was looking at people who looked like me, right? Looking at individuals who looked like me, who grew up on the same block, same neighborhood. So it wasn't as intimidating. And still, out of 480 students, I graduated number 6 out of that class. And so, And so, again, as young black people, when I took that to college, I wasn't sure if that was going to be able to translate. But when I go back to saying being the CEO of what you're doing and controlling what you're doing, I was the only one that could stop me and could have used that to say, you know what, maybe I can't do it. But no, I continued to study, continued to do what I knew was right, continued to push myself, and then I was able to graduate. I continued that on, amen, to my career, to looking for jobs. I came out of college. A lot of you are young. You're graduating between the age of 18 and I would say, I don't know, about 18 to 24. That is a critical time in your lives. You're young. A lot of you at that age maybe are still living with your parents. This is the age right now where you need to discover and need to push yourself to do what you're trying to do. Don't sit back and say, I'm still young, I'm still in my mama's house, I can still use their money, I can still do. No, you have to achieve it on your own. We have to lose this sense of entitlement that it should be mine, I deserve it. They're supposed to pay my bill, they're supposed to put food on my table. No, I came up under a generation where we have a sense of accomplishment. It gives yourself motivated when you can say, you know what, I did that. I bought this food on my own. I put gas in my car on my own. I'm paying my own cell phone bill. You feel good about that when you can do it for yourself. So I just want to tell you today, don't sit in a place of complacency where you're saying, I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm okay with my parents paying for everything. I'm okay. No, take control of it yourself. Do what you need to do. I was able to come out. I went on a number of interviews. Amen. We have Sister Rona in the back who gave me, amen, a lot of you don't know this. That was one of my very first interviews when I graduated from college. She took me downtown and interviewed me for at the time, a top position, but I appreciated the opportunity. I didn't have the skill set then, but she saw something in me and she encouraged me. And I was able to move on to a career of banking. I became a junior analyst, a senior analyst, a senior commercial underwriter, and right now, I'm a senior commercial underwriter for one of the largest banks in Chicago. So I just thank God for that. That's Green Trust Bank if anybody's looking for a loan, amen. No, at the end of the day, I just wanted to encourage the young people. A lot of people, we know we have God and it takes prayer, but Faith without works, prayer without works, it's all dead. So I did a lot of work. I just was self-driven. And I mean, I'm not the most successful person out here. I'm not the greatest story out here. But if you need somebody to talk to, if you need some advice, if you need, I'm here for you. And I'll be here to encourage you. And I just want to keep letting you guys know to keep doing what you're doing.